Okay, let's begin with the big story in this broadcast. Clashes erupted between youth and government forces in Nahota area of downtown Srinagar after congregational Friday prayers. And reports and eyewitnesses said that soon after culmination of the prayers, youth tried to take out a rally. Earlier, Chairman Hurriyat of the moderate faction Mirwais Umar Farooq addressed a gathering outside the mosque after delivering his Friday sermon, post which the young people in fact tried taking out a rally, and then massive clashes were witnessed in Nahota area in downtown Srinagar. As you can see those images there. The valley continues to remain on the boil and tense. Shujaul Haq is joining us. Shuja, take us through what all played out and for how long?
Well, Smita, immediately after the Friday prayers in downtown, particularly around Jama Masjid area, there were protests. People tried to march out of the mosque. There were a lot of, people who had gathered there. We certainly saw protests erupted when the police tried to stop them. There were clashes that also were witnessed. The police had to use the force to disperse the crowd there. The eyewitnesses said that slogans were raised by those who had gathered there. There were also flags that were on display. So all of this happened immediately after the protest. Earlier in the day, Mirwais Umar Farooq was also detained, but the police later on released him. This, Smita, as we've been reporting for many months now, is a usual affair. Almost every Friday, we see after the prayers these kind of clashes taking place, particularly in downtown areas.
But Shuja, this also comes close after news reports that the Hurriyat was actually sort of changing and shuffling its so-called Hartal calendar, the strike calendar, saying that there will only be 2 days of strike till 31st December. What sort of an impact that has had, if people are still taking out the rallies?
That's right, Smita. In fact, Hurriyat had said that now we'll be focusing on a long-term strategy. Also, Mirwais himself had tweeted about the fact that they're looking at a year-long strategy and inviting public, suggestions with regards to that. But as far as Hartal politics is concerned, that seems to be something that Hurriyat is saying a goodbye to. Because now in their weekly calendars, they've clearly asked people to only protest 2 days, that is Friday and Saturday, and let the normal life, common man's business go for the rest of the day. So we'll have to wait and watch for what will their strategy be. But so far it seems that, these Friday protests are certainly something that we will be witnessing in Kashmir Valley.
Shuja, also, do we know in terms of if there were fresh injuries during this rally and the kind of face-off between police forces? What is the situation now?
Well, the situation now is calm, under control, but it was a little difficult earlier in the day. We've been told that the police and the paramilitary force had to resort to force to ensure that the people who are gathered there are dispersed. There were some incidents of clashes as well. We don't have exact figure of whether there has been any injuries to anyone. We will be able to get that in a moment from now. But at this point of time, the cops are telling us that the area now seems to be under control.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Shujaul Haq getting us the very latest from the valley. Of course, this has been a continuous process after every Friday, after the Friday afternoon prayers. Youth taking to the streets, pelting stones and face-offs. But this face-off today seemed a major one, of course, with a large rally that was that the young people were trying to take out, and which resulted in fact, the police also having to lathi charge.